Hello teachers, this video will show you where you're going to go to verify your data for your 23-24 Teach It Data scorecard. Remember, the purpose of this document is to verify data only and not to contest T-TESS ratings and or SLO percentages. Again, this document is not where you're going to either rebut these ratings or say that you deserve a higher rating. It's just to verify that these ratings that we're going to submit are the same as the ones you signed for on your 23-24 T-TESS summative. To do that, you're going to go to the BIC website. Open up the HR website by going to the upper right-hand side, finding departments. Find the Human Resources website link. Once it completely loads, scroll to the bottom where you'll find some blue buttons. Find the blue button that says Talent Ed. When you're there, it's going to ask you to log in. Your username is your full email with @bic.us. Your password is different for everyone, so it might not be the same as your email. If for some reason you forgot your password or cannot remember it, please go ahead and click on the Forgot Password link, and this will send you a quick link to your email. Once you log in, you're going to go to the left side of the screen and find the icons that are floating there for you. Find the icon that says Files. It's the manila folder. Once it loads, find the manila folder that says Employee Evaluation Upload. This is the area of the website where we've uploaded your 23-24 T-TESS summative report. Find the manila envelope with the green circle, double click on it, allow it to load. You'll know it's working because these four dots will appear. Once it loads, you're going to find on the right side a hyperlink to your document. Go ahead and click on that hyperlink and allow it to download. Since I'm in Google, it downloaded to the right side of my screen at the very top, so that's where it's located. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. I'm going to enlarge my screen so that you see exactly what I'm talking about. For me, the first thing I see is my T-TESS observation rubric. That is my formal observation. Our T-TESS data that we're looking at does not come from the formal observation, but it comes from the summative report. That's what we submit to TEA for TIA purposes. So scroll down until you find a section that says T-TESS summative report with SLO. And we've arrived. T-TESS summative with SLO. The scores in this section of your T-TESS report are what we are going to submit to TEA for TIA purposes. So this is what we're going to check. Before we begin checking your scores, we're going to double check that your demographics on your scorecard are correct. So let's go back to your scorecard. You're going to check to make sure that your name, middle initial, and last name are correct. You're going to check that your ID number is correct, your date of birth. It's really important that your date of birth is accurate because if this is not accurate, then we have some wrong information for you in the system and we have to get that corrected. We're going to check two items or two sets of scores in this scorecard, your SLO scores and your T-TESS scores. The first scores we're going to check are the SLO scores. You have three sets of percentages that we're going to check. Your did not meet, expected growth, and exceeded growth. Now we're going to go back to the left side of the screen, back to our T-TESS summative report. Notice we're here at the title. Your name shows along with your appraiser from last year, your school and grade, and then you have these student growth scores. These are your SLO scores. You're going to check to make sure the percentages match. So I have three percentages: did not grow or did not meet, expected growth, and exceeded growth. We'll begin with did not grow or did not meet. Here in this example, I have 45. I go over to my report card, find the did not meet section, and in fact, I do show a 45 there. So that score is the same as my report. My next score is expected growth, which came in at 55. So I go back to my report card, go to the expected growth section, and I find that there's a 55 there. So I see that this is accurate as well. If you happen to have a percentage without a number associated with it, that means that it's going to show up as 0 in your report card. So here I see how there's nothing there, so nothing will appear as well. But that's okay because 45 plus 55 is 100. And so your scores here should equal out to 100 points. If it's off by 0.1, that is okay. We always add the 0.1 in your favor, and we'll always add it to your expected growth section. Now that you've checked your SLO scores, now you're going to check your T-TESS scores. Again, you're going to check your scores for domains 1.1 all the way down to 4.4. Here's how you check it. We go back to our report, scroll down. We have our first T-TESS dimension here, 1.1. Notice my score is accomplished for 1.1. I check my report card. Here's 1.1, but my score on my report card says proficient, so there's a mistake. If you happen to find a mistake in your report card, do not worry. Simply strike out the error. Do not erase, do not white out. We want the error to show there. We want to know what's wrong. And then simply go ahead and clearly write in what the score should have been. Again, circle it to make sure it's very prominent. One last time, this is not to dispute any ratings. This is not to say, you know what, I rebut it and I should have a higher rating. This is to just factually check that whatever is in your report card, whatever's been checked off here in green, is what's reflecting here in your report card. So here I have accomplished. So here I have a 100% evidence of proof that it should be accomplished. So I keep going. I check 1.2, should be accomplished. I go to my report card, I check 1.2, and it is in fact accomplished, so that's correct. I check 1.3. Here I see rubric 1.3. It says proficient. I go to my report card and check 1.3, and it does say proficient. You're going to do this for all of your T-TESS ratings: 1.4, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, and you're going to check domain 4 as well: 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, and 4.4. The only rating you're not going to check, because it's not on this report card, is your very last rating, and that is your SLO rating rubric. This score has no bearing on TIA, so we do not check this score. What does affect TIA designations are your SLO scores and your T-TESS scores as far as the dimensions 1.1 all the way to 4.4. Once you check your scores and your demographics, and you're going to sign one of these two boxes, you have option 1 and option 2. Please be careful which option you check and sign. Option 1 says that your data is correct and no further action is needed. If you sign option 1, we're not going to look for errors in your report card. So even if you have identified errors and you went ahead and told us what the error was, but you didn't, but you signed option 1, you're signing that everything in this report card is in fact correct. So please make sure you note that. If you sign option 2, that means there is an error and we need to go back and double check the data to see what happened or where the error lies. Again, you'll go and sign here, but just remember that by signing and checking and double verifying data does not guarantee any type of designation, nor does it guarantee any type of allotment or money. Again, teachers, I wish you the best year possible, and thank you so much for checking your ratings and verifying your scores. Thank you.